Hello everyone, this is Ravindar Dundra and welcome back to my channel. In this lecture, we are going to discuss about class 10 geography chapter number 7, that is lifelines of national economy. In the previous lectures about this chapter, we have discussed about pipeline mode of transport, railways, and we have also discussed about roadways. So now in continuation with that, in this lecture, we will discuss about the other means of transport, that is the waterways. And as you all know that we have discussed in the earlier lectures that there are mainly two different types of waterways. One is inland waterways and the other one is the overseas transport. So first we will discuss a brief about these waterways, then we will see what are the routes that are connected by inland waterways, then we will discuss about the seaports. So first let us start with these waterways. So as you all know that among all the means of transport, it may be roadways, railways or pipelines or airways, the cheapest mode of transport is this waterways. So you can see waterways are the cheapest mode of transport. That is one important feature. Then they are suitable for carrying heavy and bulky goods. That means suppose if you want to carry a heavy and bulky goods from one country to the other country, it is not possible through the airways. So therefore the most suitable form of transporting is through the waterways. Then the other thing is that it is fuel efficient and environmentally friendly mode of transport. That means the level of fuel consumption in the waterways is somewhat lesser compared to the other means of transport, and at the same time it is also the environmentally friendly. That means where it is not at all harming, you can say it is not damaging the environment. Then when it comes to India, as we have seen that there are two different types, inland and overseas. So first in India we will talk about this inland waterways. So we have total of about 14,500 kilometers of inland navigation, but out of this only 5,685 kilometers are navigable. That means we can transport the goods by mechanized vessels, or we can transport the passengers or goods by mechanized vessels. That means the boats which run with the motors or engines. So that is about this waterways. Next we will see the different national waterways in India, then later we will discuss about seaports. Let us discuss about inland waterways in India. So some of the waterways in the country have been declared as national waterways. So let us see what are these national waterways. So the first national waterway is on the Ganga river between the places like Allahabad and Haldia with a stretch of 1620 kilometers. Then the national waterway 2, it is on the Brahmaputra river and between two important places, that is one Sadia as well as Dhubri, and the stretch is somewhere around 891 kilometers. Then when it comes to the national waterway 3, it is on the west coast canal of Kerala. And what are the places covered under this waterways, sir? One is Kottapurma and Kollam and Udyogamandal and Champakkara. So these are the places which are covered at a distance of 205 kilometers. Then the next one is the national waterway number 4, which is on the specified stretches of Godavari and Krishna. That means on the particularly mentioned areas of Godavari and Krishna with a stretch of 1078 kilometers. And the last one, national waterway number 5, it is mainly on the specified, that means specially mentioned places of Brahmani river, Matai river, and some of the delta regions of this Mahanadi river. So these are the 5, and here the length is 588 kilometers. So these are the 5 important inland waterways that are declared as the national waterways in the country. But apart from this, there are many other places, many other river bodies, many other inland services where the people, goods are transported from one place to the other place. But these 5 are declared as the national waterways. So next we will discuss about major seaports in the country. Let us discuss about the next topic, that is major seaports. So till now we have seen inland waterways. Now we will discuss about the seaports which carry the foreign trade in the country. So you all know that India is having a longest coastal length of having 7,516.6 kilometers, and among this coastal length we have total 12 major seaports are there and 200 minor seaports, or which are also known as this intermediate ports. So among this 12 major ports, most of the India's foreign trade is, that means you can take 95% of the India's foreign trade will happen only through this 12 major ports. So first we will discuss what are these 12 major ports from we'll start from the western coast of the country, then we'll go to the eastern side. So if we take on the western coast of the country from north to south, the first port in the country is this Kandla port, and this Kandla port was located in a place known as this Kutch. And one important thing about this Kandla port is that it was the first port built in India after independence. And why we have built this port is that after independence we lost a port to Pakistan, and that port is Karachi port. So because of that we have to build a new port in place known as this Kutch, and it is also known with the other name. The other name of this Kandla port is that it is also known as the Deen Dayal port. So that is the first port on the northern part of the western coast. Then the next one is the Mumbai port. So in Mumbai we have actually two different ports are there. One is Mumbai port and the other one is this Jawaharlal Nehru port, which is also known as Nava Seva. So this Mumbai port, it is the biggest port in the country, and apart from that we have also one more port, that is Jawaharlal Nehru port, which was planned to decongest the Mumbai port. That means to reduce the traffic in Mumbai port, they have built the other port, that is Jawaharlal Nehru port. Then the other one is the Marmagaon port, which is located in Goa. And here this Marmagaon port is completely dedicated for exporting of iron ore to the other countries. So next we will see other important ports in the country. Let us discuss about the other important seaports in the country. So the next one is this New Mangalore port. It is located in the state of Karnataka, and what is the specialty about this Mangalore port is that it exports iron ore from a mine known as this Kudremukh mine, which is famous for this extraction of this iron ore. Then the next one is the Kochi port, which is the extreme southwestern port in the country, and this Kochi port is located in the state of Kerala. Then the next one is the Tuticorin port, which is the southeastern coast in the country, and it is located in Tamil Nadu. Then followed by that, the next one is this Chennai port, which comes on the eastern part of this eastern coast of the country till Kochi. All these ports are western coast. Then from Tuticorin till Haldia, these ports are located on the eastern part of this country. So the next one is this Chennai port. So what is the specialty about this Chennai port is that it is one of the oldest artificial port in the country. That means you all know what you mean by this artificial port. So it is the oldest artificial port, and at the same time ranked next to Mumbai. That means Mumbai, as we have seen, it's the biggest port in the country. Then after that, the second ranked one is this Chennai port. Then after that, the next very important port is the Visakhapatnam port, which is, you can say, deepest landlocked and well protected port. So among these ports, the port which is well protected is this Visakhapatnam port, which is located in the state of Andhra Pradesh. Then followed by the next port, that is Paradweep port, which is located in Odisha, and this port also exports the iron ore. Then the next one is the Kolkata port. It is a tidal port. So what do you mean by tidal ports is that this continuously faces the tides, high tide and low tide. Suppose if there is a low tide, the water recedes away from the port. So therefore, if the ships or boats, if they want to navigate towards the seashore, means there is something we need, which we call it as this dredging. So what do you mean by this dredging is that constantly removing the waste from the sea so that the level of water will increase and ships can easily navigate to the port. So that is one thing specialty about this Kolkata port. And to reduce the pressure on this Kolkata port, we have another port developed in West Bengal, that is Haldia port. So this, as you see, it is developed to reduce the pressure on this Kolkata port. So these are the 12 major seaports in the country which are contributing to 95% of India's foreign trade. So with this, we have completed about the waterways. Next we will see about airways. Let us discuss about the other important means of transport, that is airways. So compared with the land routes, or you can say waterways, airways, it has some specialty. So what are the specialties? That it is the fastest, most comfortable and prestigious mode of transport. That means in order to travel longer distances over thousands of kilometers within very short time, we can actually reach by following, or you can say by using these airlines. So it can cover, and also it can cover difficult terrains, that means mountains, hills, rivers, or the areas where the land route as well as railways are difficult to move, but we can use the airways in order to cross these areas. And the next one is that the air transport was nationalized in the year 1953. So after independence in the year 1953, first time the airways were nationalized, that means officially recognized. Then the next one is that, as you all know, we have different types of airways. One is this mainly two different types of airways. One is domestic as well as this international. So there is one organization from the government which provides services for both domestic as well as international services. So that is this Air India, which provides domestic and international services. But apart from that, now there are many private airways, such as you can take a lot of airways which also provide the routes in both domestic as well as in international services. Then apart from that, there are also some helicopter services which provide to carry people from one place to other place. One of the best example is you can take this Pawan Hans Helicopter Limited. It provides the helicopter services to Oil and Natural Gas Corporation. Why? Because this oil and natural gas, it operates in the hilly, or you can say mostly in the areas where it is difficult to cover it by the land. So therefore this Pawan Hans helicopter services, they provide services to carry you can say people from difficult terrains in a shorter time. So this is something about this airways. So with this we have completed about the airways, sea routes, or you can say waterways. Then we have also completed about land. So in the next lectures we will discuss about this communication. But before that, one important thing about this airways is that it is not in reach of the common people. That means common people are not able to travel regularly, or you can say not even once in a life in the airways, or you can say in the aeroplanes. But if you take the other means of transport, they are easily accessible to the public. So with this I conclude, and the next lectures we will discuss about communication. Thank you.